Welcome, sewists. I'm in the car and I'm heading to Hobby Lobby. Fabric is 30% off this week and they still have a few patterns left, so I'm going to spend a little more time digging through patterns, and I'm going to pick up some fabric for a few projects that can you believe, do not have fabric for. So I will see you after and I'll show you my haul. Okay, I'm back. I was really looking to see what patterns they had left and I knew fabrics were on sale. Here's my issue with fabrics. I know what I want and I'm not able to find it usually. They had some clearance things, so I'm just going to show you all the things. There's a lot of sewing stuff, a few extra other things. Almost everything was on sale. There was just a couple of things that weren't. But before I start all of this, I did a short where I did a quick haul on patterns that I picked up last week at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. So I'm going to show those to you real quick. And then I'm going to add to it. These are the patterns that I bought last week that were on that quick haul. And this is the reason I went fabric shopping. I want to make this top in this version. I may try putting the pocket on it. I really like this. So McCalls 7093, McCalls 7472. It has so many options. I really like this one. And I like all the lengths, the different sleeves. It's like, has a drop shoulder, a long sleeve, and then it has, and you can of course roll your little cuff up. They even have on the back, they show a short sleeve with a cuff. They're all raglan sleeved, which I love a raglan. So this is McCalls 7472. This little kilty version with a yoke was so cute. I just love this. So, and I like all of them. I actually really like this style of yoke with the skirt on the bottom. It tends to be more flattering. They're all of the short length, but it's not very hard to lengthen. Just add fabric when you're buying, and this is in there easy. This is McCalls 7022. And there you can see the different line drawings. I bought this pant pattern because of this pattern. I was like, I like that pant. And then right behind it, look, she's even wearing the same shoes, is this one. So this is 7475, and it's a pant and a skirt, A-line, sort of a culotte. It's yoked in the back. It has so many things that I like about it. Definitely will be making this as soon as my weight settles down a little bit. This is going to be a must-have pattern. Really like it. And I could see making this in like a really nice crepe. This one also fun for summer for next year. This version, I had to dress something like this in my past, and I remember just wearing it till it practically fell apart. So I think I might need another one. 7745. This is a Know Me pattern. My friend Zelda picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, that is so cute!" It's sort of a shirt waist little dress. In some ways, it kind of gives me 40s vibes. It might be a little bit of the collar and all, but I thought it was really cute. I might lengthen it a bit, but nice pattern. And this one is ME2031. It's a Know Me. It might have another pattern number it's known by, but that's the one that's printed. And then this one is, I really like this version. I need some fall dresses. This is McCalls 7381. And really nice. And I went and looked inside because it has sort of this knot front or this plain front, and this actually has little buttons or snaps from behind to get into it. So I like the design. All right, let's look at what else I got. Let's go ahead and look at the new patterns that I bought today. Again, all 99 cents. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my few other threads too. I'm kind of worried that I ended up double buying a pattern. We'll find out when I go to put them all away. I think this is so cute. Now, I like everything about it, but I will tell you, I'm a full-busted girl, and this will always hit me across the middle of my bust instead of below the bust. So I will have to do a full bust adjustment. This will take some pattern alterations, but I really like the shape of it. This is 8197, McCalls 8197. And it zips in the back. It has a sleeve option, or no sleeve, and one with a ruffle. Just sweet, simple little kind of baby doll dress. I love a vintage pattern, and this is a reproduction vintage. The thing I like about this is technically a strapless with a tie that you can arrange in different ways. for your straps in the back. I just thought there were so many interesting things. I think this is so cute. And I do have blue gingham check I could do this in. So this may be a someday dress, next year maybe, but it's really cute. Really like it. This is McCalls 8280. Then this is the one I think I already own. I went ahead and got it because it's 99 cents. And I just love everything about this pattern. So it has, it's a what I would consider a jumpsuit. It has a short version. It has the little ties at the leg, or it has the full like pajama pant leg, or the full leg. This is McCalls 8009. And this last one is so cute. It is a stovepipe type leg pant. It's button front. It has yokes. It has stitching down the front and the back. It could be color blocked. You can see they actually give fabric yardages for color blocking. It has yoking in the back. One of the things I like about this, because of the yoking, the fit options are quite great. So I bought this thinking that at some point I will do some pattern fitting with this and make some really cool pants. And if you don't like a button fly, it would not be hard to turn this into a zip fly. I also got some threads. Nothing very exciting here, but I always pick up thread when I'm there. In one of my videos, people are saying it's been hard to get just your basics. Hobby Lobby did have them in, but I have gone in before and they were sold out. So something to keep an eye on. Okay, editing Stacy here, and I forgot to mention when I was at Hobby Lobby, I did ask them what the future of patterns were going to be, and they said they were only going to carry Simplicity from here on out, that they had closed out McCalls and that was the end of it. So there will still be Simplicity sold there, and we know if you watched my little live, I talked about how the big 4 patterns were recently bought. And they were bought by a group under Sykes called Simplicity LLC, Simplicity Creative Group, something like that. And as part of that, I think the patterns might also be rebranded. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. Everything's changing, but patterns will still be available at Hobby Lobby, and they will be the Simplicity brand. We'll see what all ends up being under the Simplicity brand. Okay, now that we've looked at all the patterns, I'm going to show you some fabrics. I'm going to go ahead and pull them out because it's so noisy. They're not very exciting to look at, I will just tell you. So I've used this fabric before. I have a blanket pattern where I took an upholstery fabric, I lined the back of it with this, and I made just a very fast little decorative blanket that we keep in our living room, and I love it. But I have a stool that came with this house. It was like up in the attic. This is the little orange curly sheep stool that I am going to redo in that pink. So now you can see what it looks like. I'm sure it's homemade originally. I'm going to just keep it going and make it in the nice pink fabric. I've been wanting to recover it in something that matches this room, so I bought this for it. The people who sit on it the most are not people at all, but the cats. However, it is nice to have extra seating in this area. I have a little ghost chair. I have 2 rolling chairs now. I bought myself a new sewing chair. Dun, da, 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 da. My new sewing chair that I just bought. I have such back issues, and this is the chair I've been using with memory foam cushions in it. This one is so much better, and it has head support. I do have this in here because of my back. It kind of goes up here, and it fits perfectly. It's squishy, and the arms swing up out of the way. So which is nice for sewing, so I can sit and edit with the arms down. I can swing the arms up if I need to, if I'm working on a project and I find they're in the way. So far they haven't been. It's been fine. They fit underneath the cabinet just right. So, and it's nice and wide and big, and it has great wheels on it. Rolls like a dream. I have to be careful I don't just end up across the room. And then I have that little stool that I'm going to recover. So that's what this is for. I got 1.5 yards. It was on sale, originally $9.99, so I got it for $6.66 because it was 30% off. Feels amazing. Really like it. So I got that. Then I bought this before at Joann's, and it is looks like a dotted Swiss, but it's a knit. I got it in 2 colors, black and white. They had this on the clearance rack for $3 a yard. It's 60 inches wide. So I got 2 of them to make just t-shirts like this out of. I could also easily make it in that t-shirt I showed you earlier that has color blocking options, because I have a hot pink in this exact same fabric, so I can color block them together. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, or if I'm going to do multiple shirts, but now I have them, and it was only $3 a yard. They are both remnants. This one was a yard and 5/8, and this one was a yard and 7/8. So I just took what they had at, it was under $6 for both pieces of fabric. Then I got, this was specifically for that pattern. It's the waffle knit. It looks like what you buy your Henley tees out of. I bought this black, looks like nothing on camera. And to go with it, I bought this hunter green. I really wanted to do 2 prints together, do a print for the inset and then a solid for the out. The prints they had were very juvenile or just not my taste. They also had a lot of ribbed knits, which I have sewn with but don't love, and they tend to grow. So I almost have to size down when working with the rib knit, which I don't want to mess with that. So for my first time practicing with that pattern, which I know is going to be a breeze, I'm going to do hunter and black, and on camera it almost looks like black and black, but it'll be hunter in the center, black on the outer, for a fall tee that I think I'm going to wear a lot. And then you may recognize this. So I have an apron pattern that I'm going to be working on, and I didn't have enough, so I picked up some more. I have made little pot pinchers and things like that. I have a whole pattern or a whole video on that with patterns available if you're interested, and I'll link that below. And I've used this in there along with another one. They were Hobby Lobby fabrics, so this one's getting ready to get pre-shrunk for that project. So those are the sewing things. I think all of the sewing things. Let me show you the things non-sewing that I got. They had all fall. All fall is on sale. All of autumn is on clearance or on sale. Also, fabrics were 30% off, but the Christmas fabrics were 50% off. So if you want to get a jump start on making stockings or pajama pants or any of that out of the cute Christmas fabrics, and they even had Hello Kitty Christmas fabric. So this would be a great time to get it. I picked up some of their paper plates. I'm hosting Thanksgiving this year. I'm going to use my china, I think, but I went ahead and grabbed paper plates in case things kind of spiral out of control, and I decide I'd rather have the ease of a paper plate instead of the elegance of my china. So I have them on case. 40% off. 40% off. There were this 20 plates for $6, and I got it 40% off. So a good deal. I picked up sorry about the noise. I picked up 2 punch needle kits. Where's the other one? I picked up 2 punch needle kits. These were not on sale. They were, this one was $4.49. This one was $2.29. I do not know why the price difference, because this one takes a lot more thread than this one. But this is like a coaster. I bought this for me. It is just a little cherries coaster. And then I bought this one for one of the kids in the house. I say kids, one of the adults in the house, because we all craft. And it's a little sloth, and it has a little embroidery hoop with it. So I got that, and I got 2 punch needles. I just think it would be a fun thing. I did it as a kid, and I have not done it since. So I have 2 punch needles, and the punch needles were $1.50. So not a very expensive little thing to give it a try and see what you think. These punch needle kits came with just embroidery floss for them. So everything's in there. So I got those. And then the last few things are silly fun things. So I got this beautiful ballpoint pen that has a big blue gem on the end, and it's very sparkly. I got that, and I got this fun pen. And these are for my sister. She loves sparkly, pretty things, and she's not been feeling well. I just thought I'm going to go visit her, and I'm going to just give her something, this sort of like a little cheer you up thing that she will enjoy just looking at, and just make her smile, make her laugh. So I got those for my sister. I will have already seen her by the time the video comes up, so I'm not spoiling anything. And the last thing I got was, I picked up some Nerd gummy clusters at the checkout, which is super dangerous, but now I have some sewing fuel for later on if I need it. What is your sewing fuel of choice, your not so healthy sewing fuel choice? I have coffee. I drink Fresca. I used to be a big Diet Coke drinker, and I have broken the habit, thankfully. So I'm a big Fresca drinker now, and I drink a lot of like peach tea or mango tree tea, things like that.
and my iced coffee. But what's your sewing fuel? If you're going to have something up here, up in your creative space that you might snack on to keep you going while you're working on a project, what would it be? Skittles? Would it be grapes? Are you great and you do like grapes and almonds? I do enjoy walnuts also. I really do like everything. Crackers and cheese, good cheese. Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, thanks guys for hanging out with me. I don't normally do a haul that often. I try not to do hauls that often. But I'm unable to get a regular video together. I have one partially made, but not finished enough to go up this week. So we're doing a haul this week, and hopefully next week I'll have that video ready for you. And then I have a big multi-week project that I have got also in the works. So we have lots of fun things to do together. I'll see you next week for another fun video.